Welcome live to e-rev TV. I'm your host Ray, along with your other host for tonight's casting, Espo, as you are watching live the AVA League playoffs with prizes of up to $10,000. Espo, why don't you go ahead and tell us about these prizes?
Right, well, right now in the AVA playoffs, it's a completely free-to-enter tournament. And, well, not really a tournament, more of a league. And in the playoff bracket, first place team will receive a prize of $5 grand, second place gets 2.5, third and fourth, somewhere around 1,000, I believe, and then fifth through 8 get 250. The way this playoff bracket works, single elimination, except third and fourth place will battle it out for their prize. Now, right now, we started a little bit late due to a little bit of errors on the casting side. We had a little bit of trouble setting stuff up. But right now, we have a 3v1 situation when we have... Right now, we have add points on the EU side, which is the attacking terrorist side, for any of you who don't know, as they just take the first win. And right now, we got a 1v... It's 1-0 in add points' favor. Alright, why don't you take over this round?
Let's lock here on Fatal Cable. Let's see what he's going to do. He's playing in one bomb site here. Fatal's going to play 3 players in one bomb site, 2 players at 2 bomb site. Nothing is happening. Cable is still peeking that vent area there. Let's see if we can lock in on some player from the Add Points team. Let's lock on Rush Freak, as Add Points is playing together as a team, trying to push mid. Trying to push vents, actually. They got 2 players up in vents. Quick, gonna get a shot into Ponchik. 45 situation here in favor of Fatal. What do you think about this, what do you think about that push into vents there?
Well, right now you don't have anyone, right now you do not have anyone in the NRF side watching the mid. You have Larry, but he really can't do much in that spot. He's only a rifle. They do not have a scope watching it. Right now, I don't know why they're taking so long to rotate in. They could just use Galactic. They have to get everyone like Rush Streak, Vengeance, and Black go through that pillar area, which it looks like what they're doing now. It looks like they're going to send Galactic up through the vent area, try to pull off Quick, who is watching that. It looks like they're going to push now, and right as I said it, you got Cable who's putting some shots in. Quick is taken out by Galactic. And meanwhile, it looks like they're going to slowly try to work their way into the site. But, oh no, Galactic is hit by that flashbang, and Jupy is sitting inside. He doesn't know where to look. Now, Rush Freak is the last one left with the C4 at the stairs into Pillar in a 3v1 situation. He's not looking in a very good spot. They're putting they're trading some shots, him and Laeri. And Jupy's going to rush up and take him out and make it a 1-1 game.
I think that was a pretty good round there by Team Fatal.
I agree. I mean, I really think that they could have pushed much better, the EU side. They're taking too long to act, and they're just going to get picked. I mean, as they go in through that vent area, who's playing that right now, Quick, he could easily pull some shots into them. It just makes it a lot easier to throw some flashbangs out there. It could really mess with them. But right now, no, it looks like they're going to try to rush Spiral into Site 2. But Forgetful's going to work a pick on the Rush Freak. And Laeri is also going to take out Revenge with a flash. And it looks like Ponchik is going to watch mid for a rotator, and as it looks like Laeri is going to try to flank, and I don't know what's going to happen right here. It looks like it's easy pick for add points, but no, they trade shots, but Laeri does take some damage. Ponchik is fine. I don't know why they are not pushing into sight, as there's only the scope is in sight. If they all push together, that scope could easily get overrun right now. And they're slowly looks like they have 2 of them playing mid, and Cable is also watching their side. One is a wide open bomb site. As I'm saying that, looks like they are going to try to rotate back to 1. And they are all now rotating back into, as the other defensive team is rotating into the 2 bomb site. Looks like they're going to take the long way around and go through spawn. And it looks like, honestly, the CT or NRF side does not know what to do in this situation. They're going to throw some nades into the spiral area. They still believe they are there. It doesn't look like any of them have a notation of rotating back into 1 bomb site. As the EU side is working towards mid, if they could easily just throw a flashbang into that vent area and just take it out right away. But it doesn't look like that they're going to do that, as right now you see Cable and Jupy going back into 1 bomb site, and Laeri is looking towards the mid. But I don't know, I really don't know if I could agree with this play that they're pushing mid. What do you think about it, Ray?
3v5 situation, I really don't like this play at all, but they are going to get a pick here onto Larry by Ponchik as they rotate back. Let's lock here on Black, as he is the bomb carrier here. Ponchik gonna shoot some bullets here onto the mid area. Black almost got taken out there by a nade, close. But Black's just gonna camp this middle area here, trying to get an easy pick to be a 3v3 situation. Excuse me. But Juppy's gonna end that with a freaking kill into Galax. Take it over, Espo.
Right now, and that was not good, as Black is down. They have the bomb down in the middle area, and it looks like he's taken out in site 1. I have no clue why he would push that. And it looks like the defensive side is a 2-to-1 situation. Now, keep in mind that in every single AVA map, they're much more focused towards the defensive side. I mean, as you look at the outlay of this map, it is more outlaid towards, I want to say, like a Counter-Strike map, as opposed to many of the other maps. If you are familiar with the game, I'm pretty sure you would agree with this. As the map is very straightforward. As they're going to take a full push into one site, let's take a look at this right here. Let's take a look on the Juppy. As he is in the back of the site, he's most likely going to be the one working most of the picks. As right now you have Cable taking a bait, but that didn't work out too well. And you have Quick and Juppy. And now you have a rotated in Larry as they're going to try to flashbang. And it looks like they're going to take a rush streak with that flashbang. And they're all sending Pillar, they're too scared to make a push. If they all just ran in, right, I really think they would have took that bomb site, had that laid down. Maybe it would have been like a 4v3 situation. I don't know why they are rotating back now. I mean, they should have just full pushed it. What do you think about it, man?
Yeah, they really got hurt on that play there. As you see, Revenge really low HP now, and it's a 4v4 situation here. I really think they should have pushed in because it was a slow rotate by Team Fatal, and they would have got one bomb site. As they're pushing in now, Juppy's gonna lay out guys, gonna lay out Revenge, Ponchik into Juppy. Black's gonna come into one bomb site, 2v3 situation here. Fatal's gonna have to rotate here as Larry's putting straight in some bullets into Ponchik. Ponchik gonna take out Quick. Black gonna take out Larry and Ponchik into Forgetful. That's your round, folks. 2-2 tied here. That was a beautiful pick there by Ponchik.
Very well executed. I cannot believe that they actually happened to pull that off. Again, if they would have straight rushed that, I still think they would have won. Meanwhile, it looks like they're going to try working mid again. As again, they have one player mid. They could easily just run through the mid area, just sprint it through, just book it, and then just pour into two bomb sites. If they went in through spiral area and mid as like a 2-3 split, they would just have the round very easily. Because there's only two ways into that site. The scope would be preoccupied by looking at spiral, and then two rifles coming in from mid. Larry would not be able to handle it. And they would be able to take an easy win, but I do not know why they're not doing this. As Juppy's going to look mid, and they're going to hit some shots. Juppy's going to take out Ponchik, and they have the bomb down in mid-air. I do not know why they pushed up the bomb instead of everyone else. Very poor play over there. Unfortunately, he backed off, so they'll be able to pick up that bomb very easily. And looks like they're going to rotate towards two side.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was very poor play by Ponchik. He or she is leading scorer for Team Ad Points. Yeah, some Juppy's gonna get taken out here by Black as they're rotating back, trying to cover the flank. I really think Forgetful should play mid instead of two, because if the Fatal puts a scope in mid, he's really gonna get easy picks there on Team Ad Points.
I agree, but there is also such a large benefit of having a scope playing inside too, because as you see, they can just swap off doors, and when they're coming through spiral, having that scope there is it's such a major help. And me playing the game, I understand how much it helps. Have a scope watching that spiral entrance just makes it so much harder to push site 2. However, they should be running a dual scope on this map, and I do not understand why. It still looks like they're gonna go towards a site bomb site 2 push.
I agree with you. Forgetful's on that as we lock in on him. He's here with the scope. As Team Ad Points is gonna try to rotate 2-1 as we see here, as we lock in on Rush Freak, slow walking towards that one bomb site, towards Pillar actually, excuse me. And we have what is a 3v4 situation here. Even though it's a 3v4 situation, Rush Freak is very low on HP, and he is the first one, so he's obviously going to be the bait for the other teammates. As we see, 30 seconds left on the clock. Ad Points is going to be pushing. Fire is about to break out. Cable's going to take out Rush Freak. 2v4 situation. Cable into Revenge. 1v4 situation. Let's see what happens. Galax into Quick. Cable's going to end his life here for another round for Fatal. That was a bad push, but they had no choice.
Well, for the most part, the fact that they already have 2 rounds on the attacking side That's not bad. Because the way this works in tournament rules is that they will switch at the end of 6 rounds. Meaning, after this round, it will be switched, the sides will be switched permanently, and then the game will play out from there. Now, like I said earlier, it is much easier to play on the defensive side. However, with this setup of defense, they could easily get 4 or 5 rounds just by pushing mid. They don't have one scope watching it, and right now there's one piece. The scope's going to peek it, and it's going to be a sniper duel. We don't know what's going to happen. Forgetful is in the proper position, but no, Galactic is going to take him out. And now that flashbang is going to take out Ponchik, but they're just going to try to run into the site. Because right now you see Droopy and Cable are rotating into the site. And they are just going to try to work a push, but I do not know why they did not enter the site immediately. They're going to... A bunch of shots traded, fired back. It looks like that... And it looks like that the NRF side is going to take the victory on that one. That was a very weak push. They should have pushed in much stronger.
I agree with you. When that flashbang came in, they actually fell back, and that gave Team Fatal an advantage to rotate and flank him, which you saw Joopy. He got a hat-trick there. Now let's see how Team Fatal here plays on Assault, or as we should say EU. As we see Joopy here with the bomb going towards Spiral.
I do not understand why the defensive side does not have a scope. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this play. Now, they do have a point man inside of Site 1. Now, Site 2, apologies. Now, the beautiful thing about a point man is that, besides the fact how fast they can rotate, the gun he's using right now is the AK-74U. Now, that gun is undisputably the best close-range weapon, maybe next to the Uzi, for point-blank situations. If he hits his shots, he's pretty much not outshootable. And if they were to push that site, he could easily rack up a double kill or triple kill before they even start to put some shots into him. Right now, it looks like the EU side is going to take a push into Site 2. And they're looking in the window area. They're going to throw some flashbangs in. This is a much more coordinated push. As you see, they're nading it, and no one's pushing in. And when they're pushing in, no, that was not very well executed. They should have all pushed together, but they did not. Right now, you're going to see that AK-74U putting some pre-fire action. As they're going to push into the site, Revenge is going to take out Forgetful. Cable's going to take out Revenge, and Ponchik is going to take out Cable. And it looks like the NRS side got a very solid rotate in a 4v1 situation. He's not going to be able to last much longer. But he does take out Ponchik, and he is then taken out by Black. Very solid rotate. Again, the pushing has to be much more bang-bang. They have to push faster if they decide to push.
I agree with you on that. As let's take a peek at Ponchik, as she or he, I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen, as she or he is playing mid here, but is the top fragger here for the Add Points team. She's gonna fall back to 2 bomb site. Add Points playing 2 players at 2 bomb site, and
now, it's, again, they're doing the same thing that Add Points did. They are just trying to go into that middle room. But now they're running a dual scope. I don't know why they would run a dual scope while pushing. Their rifles aren't necessarily 10 times better, where the fact their pushing power will be on par. But, however, one of the scopes, hold on, let me take a peek here. One of the scopes is using an AWM. Now, that means he would be able to... Regardless, he cannot sometimes, depending on the armor they're using, they may tank a shot. However, he could be much quicker, meaning he could run and shoot. Quick scoping is much easier with an AWM. You would just be overall much quicker using that weapon, as both of them are using AWM. So pretty much, if they were to hit someone with that AWM, it would be a much easier kill for one of the rifles. And the fact that they're utilizing that, most likely to, you know, hit a rifle and then use the sniper as bait and then take out a rifle. It could work in their advantage. However, I don't know how well their team coordination is in their chem work. See if they can push that off. And a flashbang is gonna take out Droopy's health, and Cable is gonna put a shot into AP Black, and he won't tank that one.
Yeah, right. As Revenge is gonna get a shot into Quick Droopy into Ponchik. Cable was trying to do a he was trying to push into one by himself. He got picked off. 2v3 situation here. We're gonna have Team Fatal pushing in here. Bomb site. Bomb's gonna go down. They have a pretty locked down here, but 2 of them are lit. As we're gonna see here, the rotate by Rush Freak and Glaxic. They are the 2 bottom fraggers. They're gonna be pushing into that spiral area, which Never mind, Rush Freak is gonna go by 2 halls. See what he gets here. His full HP. We're gonna be taking out Galaxic. Rush Freak into Larry, and that's your round. Jupy takes out Rush Freak. 5-3 for Team Fatal here.
It looks like you see Ad Point starting to fall into a little bit of a trap. They can do better on the attacking side. Why don't we hop into Ad Point's vent and see how they're taking this?
אתה, יש לך, לא יודע, יש לך מחלת רעשים, אני לא יודע מה יש לך. אתה לא יכול להתקמפר במקום אחד.
יש כאן רימונים באחד.
שקט כבר.
ראיתי אותו פה, באחד, סנאפר באחד. שמעת?
ברור ששמעתי.
וואה.
שאתה לא, וואי, איזה רעש הם עקו.
לא!
סעדנו.
לג.
רעש הפושילת, מה אי אפשר איתם, ישר הורגים.
שמים בום, עזבו, הפסדנו.
מה הם עשו לכם, יא אפסים? עזבו. שמו את הטורניר הזה.
עוד אחד.
הפסדנו במפה הזאת. אין, אתם נאבים!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As Team Fatal picked up that last round, and Ad Point's here in a bit of a jam. 6-3 to Team Fatal. Let's see what Team Fatal, what Ad Point is gonna have.
Like I was saying before, that push was very well executed. That is what they needed to do the whole time from before. I was literally going to work a slow play towards mid. But right now, you really don't know what they're going to do. They're running one scope, meaning they'll have 4 rifles for that pushing power. And they're still going to play, they're going to play 3 people in bomb site 2, and one is going to rotate to 2. I don't know why they are rotating one towards 2. As one bomb site is only going to have 1 person, and he's watching mid. If they were to just push into 1, as Cable is going to try to take a look at P. He might be able to take out Ponchik right now, but no, Ponchik's going to see him, pre-fire it, and run away. Throw a flashbang. Right now, let's look on to Cable for a little bit. As he has the scope, he's going to probably going to be doing the peeking. As such, Jupy gets taken out by a flashbang. And looks like we're going to have some rotators into site 1. That bomb, as long as the 3 other rifles are still going to be sitting mid. It looks like they're waiting for Cable to get a pick or something. Wait for them to get a little bit antsy on defense. As AP Black is going to push a little bit towards mid, but we don't know what's going to happen. As Cable's going to get taken out by Rush Street, they have to move from mid now. As Black will take out Forgetful. Larry will pick that up. However, it is a 2v4 situation, and they're in a very bad position. They could be pinched within seconds very easily. And you have 2 rifles playing mid, and then 1 rifle in each bomb site. They're going to have to make a move soon, as there's 120 on the clock, which is ticking down. It looks like they're just going to wait for someone to get antsy, and they're going to try to work a pick. I don't know how well this is going to work out for them, as it looks like Air Point is staying in a very passive defense, which is what they need to do. 2 in each bomb site.
As we see here, a push by Quick, gonna get taken out by Revenge. 1v4 situation. Gal is gonna put an end into Larry's life in 6-4 here. At points, are they gonna strike gold and come back, or what do you think, Espo?
No, FSC, I don't see this happening. I say we should go hop into we should go hop into Fatal's vent, see how well they're taking this 6-4 lead, and see how well they're gonna take it in the future. So why don't we go hop in Fatal's vent right now?
Nice. Push back. Fall back. Everyone fall back.
Go two.
Fall back with Cable. Start walking.
Gotta walk it.
He'll be behind those barrels, probably.
Let me flash.
Tossing in that flash.
When you guys get in, I got our flank. Go. Nice. Good job. Good map, good map. I got 4 of them.
Welcome back, folks.
Had favorite. I mean, for the most part, people had Fatal, you know, winning the round most likely, and that's what ended up happening. It looks like Airpoints is going to end up picking Hammer Blow, so we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, are you stuck?